Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to my podcast. I'm fairly new to podcasting, mainly because I had a stroke a few years ago which affected my speech. It's a bit slurred and slow. With the current improvements in voice AI, it is now possible for me to post podcasts using voice AI without sounding too automated. I've always been an Oklahoma Sooners football fan, and of course, a Baker Mayfield fan also. When Cleveland drafted him, I became a Browns fan. But once he was traded to Carolina, the Carolina Panthers are now my favorite NFL football team. The purpose of the podcasts will be to discuss each Panther game played in the 2022 season. The podcasts will be scheduled for the following Tuesday, after each game. These will be my opinions as to how they played, and may at times seem a bit biased, so you may not always agree with me, but that's okay. Before the first game is played, I would like to share my thoughts on how Baker was treated in Cleveland after the Watson trade. How soon they forgot how he turned the team around. First, I'm shocked as to some of the dislike shown by various so-called analysts on TV, such as Colin Cowherd, Shannon Sharpe, Keyshawn, and Marcellus Wiley to name a few. And how quickly Cleveland sports media turned against him. Plus how they have embraced Watson as if he did nothing and how they are appalled he was suspended for any games at all. When they are wrong, they don't acknowledge that fact. Just because they may have been good players, doesn't mean they are good analysts. They indicate Baker had a great O-line, but fail to mention some of the linemen missed several games with injuries. I've lost all respect for the Haslam family, and even disappointed with Joe Thomas. I do respect those Cleveland sports fans that still like Baker. Enough about the Cleveland Browns. Now, let's talk Carolina Panthers football. I know many of you were disappointed that Matt Rule didn't name Baker as the starter when he first got to Carolina. I think they wanted to see if the off-season surgery had any negative results on his throwing. They would have had to reverse the decision and name Sam as the starter. This may have potentially lost the locker room, so I thought it was all handled well. I really like this team and the current roster. I think if they stay healthy and the O-line performs well, namely, will Ickey be able to handle Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, etc., they could have a good season. Maybe 9-8, or 10-7. I'm anxious to see the roster, after the final roster cuts. Thanks for listening to the end. Until next time, goodbye for now.